what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. All the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome to the class of 2021 Gateway to College graduation.
Good afternoon. I'm Leanne Scales. I serve as Vice President of Enrollment and Public Affairs here at Mount Wachusett Community College. I'm more proud than I can say of all of our graduates for working so hard to achieve their academic success. I'm also grateful and proud of the friends, family members, and mentors who were there for our students every step of the way to graduate from this great Gateway to College program, including our MWCC early college team for creating and sustaining the network of support that keeps our students on track. I'm also deeply grateful for all that our partners at Gardner Public Schools have contributed to this powerful partnership. I want all of the students and families to know that the teams from the Mount and Gardner schools are working all day, every day, behind the scenes to make it possible for all these students to graduate from high school while accumulating significant college credit and in some cases obtaining college degrees, all for free. The MWCC team and the Gardner team are in meetings or on the phone literally 3 to 5 times every week. This deep engagement speaks to the level of commitment of our partnership at every level. It's my honor and privilege to introduce an innovative and energetic educational leader who is our partner in this early college work, Gardner Superintendent of Schools, Mark Pellegrino. When we first approached him with the possibility of Gardner partnering with the Mount on Gateway to College, he was enthusiastic from the very beginning. He's a true believer in the life-changing power of education, and he immediately grasped the transformational impact of this program. I've known Mark for many years, and I've always been impressed by the energy and the passion he brings to his work. But this partnership gave me the opportunity to get to know him even better. When Mark commits to a project, he commits completely. He's been a thoughtful and a creative leader, always seeking out new ways to be more student-centered. Mark has committed countless hours to meetings with us and with Massachusetts education officials on this initiative. I personally have enjoyed many long conversations about educational philosophy and how we can partner to pursue new innovations to be better for you, our students and graduates. Mark and the entire team at Gardner Public Schools are a big part of the reason that I look forward to coming to work every day here at the Mount. Please join me in welcoming Superintendent of Gardner Public Schools, Mark Pellegrino.
Hello to the graduating class of 2021. My name is Dr. Pellegrino, and I'm thrilled to be here as part of your graduation on the joint partnership between Mount Wachusett Community College and Gardner High School. All of you have been able to participate in courses that are rigorous, enlightening, and thoughtful, giving you a lot of information about your world, about yourself, and about who you are. When I think of what I want for you, one of the things that I constantly consider when students have learned and they come out of a higher education They have so much information that sometimes it actually distracts from decisions. So I'll give you a quick example. When I think of technology, when I think of using information in sometimes inappropriate ways, I was thinking of Jim Lovell. I've seen Apollo 13 maybe about 100 times if you've ever seen the movie. And Commander Jim Lovell was first a pilot before he was an astronaut. And when he was a pilot, he was on a combat mission, and he was trying to fly onto the ship. And unfortunately, the homing beacon that would guide him to the ship wasn't working. It was taken over by some other entity. So his homing beacon was actually drawing him away from the ship. His radar was out, and so he couldn't find his way to the ship. He was frustrated, low on fuel, didn't know what to do, looking at all his instrumentation. It didn't give him the information he needed. So then he decided, you know what? I think I'm just going to land in the sea. So he turned on his map light, and it shorted everything in the plane out, and his plane went entirely dark. He had nothing for instrumentation. That's when panic for most people would set in, but not for Jim. Jim looked down at the sea. He just looked, and there was this phosphorescent light that was churned up, and it actually was a V. And as he was looking at it, he realized that that's the algae being kicked up by the ship. This actually guided him right to his landing site. So he flew in safely and landed safely. And so when I think of that story, there's so many different ways that you can see how poise under stress matters. But I also see the fact that we're surrounded by technology, we're surrounded by information, and sometimes that information overwhelms us. Sometimes it's not really the way to make the decision. Sometimes just looking down and seeing that phosphorescent light guiding you home, well, I think we have that in us. I think anytime you're to make a big decision, whether it's to choose someone to marry, whether it's to choose that job or not choose that job, whether it's to take out a loan, all of these different things are decisions that oftentimes we're taking in so much information, we bog ourselves down and get confused. So I want for you, whenever you're in that situation and make one of those big decisions, take that step back and look for the green light telling you which way to go, because you all have that in you. Sometimes called common sense, a gut feeling. Well, I have never regretted a decision when I went with my gut. Any decision that I've ever regretted, I went against my gut and tried to just use the information and outthink the situation. So for you to make the right decisions, make sure you're trusting your gut, because that's an important piece as we're surrounded by all kinds of information from Facebook and Reddit and Google. All of this information's at your fingertips, but the information is sometimes not the most important thing. I wish the best for you, class of 2021. I hope you go off onto your next step, and I hope it's a wonderful step in your journey of life. Thank you for having me.
My name is Sharmise Gunn, and I'm the resource specialist for the Gateway to College program at Wachusett Community College. Today, we're here to celebrate the graduating class of 2021. Despite COVID and racial uprisings we have all experienced during these twin pandemics, these students have put in their blood, sweat, and tears in order to be where they are at today. They are the definition of pivot, which is something we all had to do this past year. At this time, I would like to thank our Gateway to College faculty for helping us do just that. I also want to thank the Gateway to College National Network in Achieving the Dream colleagues. All the way from Portland, Oregon, Stephanie, Nick, Devora, and Prentice. They have supported David and I for years and throughout this pandemic. Whether it was the one-on-one personal check-ins with Stephanie or Devura for helping us and our team understand and to illustrate the student story through data, and for Prentice for providing space for the resource specialists to network and grow during our bi-weekly consulting time. This allowed us to stay connected with our Gateway to College colleagues throughout the network. And to Nick for joining us virtually during our Gateway to College ceremonies and pivotal moments for students. Although there is a 3-hour time difference because he is on the West Coast, this did not stop him from attending early morning orientation sessions and being the guest speaker at numerous events. So why stop now? Graduates, family, friends, loved ones, and allies, I would like to introduce Nick Matherin, our keynote speaker. Nick Matherin is Vice President of K-12 Partnerships for Achieving the Dream. Nick guides delivery of services to the Gateway to College Network and supports colleges to ensure that their enrollment pipeline features equitable opportunities for underrepresented populations. Nick leads an innovative team which supports early college and dual enrollment programs, serving out-of-school youth, foster youth, adjudicated youth, and homeless youth, as well as first-generation and low-income college students. Nick was previously the Vice President of Programs for the Gateway to College National Network, which merged with Achieving the Dream in 2019. Since 2005, Nick brokered agreements with colleges, school districts, and state education agencies to replicate and implement Gateway to College programs in more than 50 communities across the country. However, before coming to Gateway, Nick taught in an alternative high school. His previous career is in social services, which includes child abuse prevention, serving survivors of domestic violence, and working with adjudicated youths and adults. He holds a master's degree in public administration with a focus on education policy from the Hatfield School of Government at Portland State University, and a bachelor's degree in sociology from Drake University. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Matherin.
Good afternoon, and congratulations, class of 2021. Thank you to the college leadership at Mount Wachusett for inviting me to celebrate with you today. In spite of the long list of things that COVID deprived us of in this past year, one of the rare gifts it brought me was the opportunity to drop in on your class meetings and campus events from time to time. And a special thank you to Charmise for treating the pandemic as an excuse to expand everybody's social circle. But as much as I enjoyed attending your tea times and orientation sessions, this is my favorite time of year. Your parents, your teachers, the administrators at the college, we all love this moment because we are so proud of you and we want to marvel at your accomplishment. And we will. And you should too. You should take a moment to feel pride at what you've accomplished. You should celebrate, but don't get too comfortable just yet. Our perspective of this accomplishment is very different from yours. For us, this celebration represents a conclusion, but for you, it is a beginning. We're excited about what you've done, largely because we had a role to play in that. We've seen you grow. We've witnessed you overcoming obstacles and achieving success. But for you, this isn't a hill to stand on. It's a mile marker. It is a momentum point. You're about to leave us behind, and your next chapter is going to be even more exciting than the last, in part because the next chapter won't be chaperoned. As we celebrate your graduation today, I am proud to welcome you to the ranks of the Gateway to College alumni. You are part of an impressive tradition. One of you will be the 10,000th Gateway to College graduate. 10,000 is a big number, and we're proud of that. And each of those graduates had their own uniquely challenging story. Gateway students don't take the easy path. You don't follow conventions. Across the country, Gateway students have gone on to be actors, entrepreneurs, musicians, and social workers. They are community leaders and mentors to young people. They have also been Fulbright scholars and earned doctoral degrees. They have influenced public policy in state capitals and mayor's offices across the country. And they have become teachers. So many teachers. Some have even come back to work for the Gateway programs where they graduated. We can't wait to see what you're going to do. Being part of Gateway to College, you've demonstrated resilience and determination. You have proven to yourselves that if something isn't working, you can find another way, that you can be successful in the face of a challenge. The experience of overcoming obstacles is an important part of who you are now. And, as it turns out, that quality is going to come in handy in the next couple of years. As you may have noticed, there are some things in the world that aren't exactly going to plan at the moment. You are entering a world that needs you. It needs your talents. It needs your passion. It needs your energy. Don't be discouraged by the problems that we have not yet solved. We need you to look at these problems with fresh eyes. You're just in time. If we do it right, the world is about to open back up, and you know how to come back from a challenge. You are the ones we've been waiting for. And lucky for you, you've got a head start. Graduating high school, you're already successful college students. Some of you are already college graduates. For most of you, your education is probably not finished, but you're well ahead of where most high school graduates are today. You are exemplars for the students who will follow in your footsteps, and you have lessons to teach the world. Your example is changing public policy. Because of the success of you and your classmates, the state of Massachusetts is rapidly expanding early college programs across the Commonwealth. Your head start really makes a difference. Take what you've learned from David, from Charmise, from all of your instructors here at the Mount, and build on it. I was recently reminded of a quote that influenced me and many other educators. About 50 years ago, a psychologist named Yuri Bronfenbrenner said, "Every child needs at least one adult who is irrationally crazy about them." The truth is, though, it's not just children who need that. This is what we all need in order to thrive. Whether you are aware of it or not, and you probably are, this is how the staff at the Mount feels about each of you. They are irrationally crazy about you. I suspect that is a big part of the reason that every year the graduation rate for this Gateway program is one of the highest in the country. Don't get me wrong, I know you were the ones who did the work. You earned that diploma. You earned those college credits. But I also know that it really matters when someone else believes that you're going to succeed. The staff at the college, David and Charmise in particular, they love you. Even when you didn't ask for it, and even on the rare occasion that you were sick of them, they loved you. Like I said, you are probably aware of that. So why does it matter now? It matters because we want you to continue to thrive. Wherever you go on your journey, we want you to be surrounded by people who will care about you the way that your extended family at the Mount cares about you. And if there's ever another pandemic or a zombie apocalypse or any other reason that we have to stay locked up in our houses for a year, I want you to be connected to a community that will get you through it. Before Gateway, some of you knew the pain associated with feeling like you didn't belong. But through Gateway, each of you was a crucial part of this community. We thrive when we belong to something. And as you go out into the world, you can find that sense of belonging by offering it to others. In the next couple of years, you will do a lot of self-discovery, and each of you has a lot to offer the world. Some of it will be through your intellect. Some of it will be in the form of hard work. And some will simply be taking the time to include someone and show them the love that you experienced here. I am tremendously proud to be connected to this program in your college. I'm honored to be here to witness your success, and I am grateful to have an opportunity to live in the world that you will build. Congratulations, graduates. Tonight, we celebrate. Tomorrow, the world awaits.
Everyone, my name is Daniel Doherty. Obviously, I am a senior in the Gateway to College program. To me, the Gateway to College program means that we have acquired an academic advantage over other people in our age groups. This journey was very tough, but we finally did it. There were many more people in the beginning of the program compared to how many people I'm seeing now. Throughout my time at Gateway, I have had to overcome many challenges along the way, but in the end, it is completely worth it. Like many of you, I'll be graduating with my associate's degree, and I could not taken this opportunity for granted. But we have all been through many challenges at MWCC, whether it was COVID or online school related or personal issues, but all that matters in the end is that we all made it through and that we should be incredibly proud of ourselves. With that being said, I would like to end this by thanking my advisor, Ms. Gunn, for her continued encouragement and dedication to her students. I would also like to thank my peers and my family for all their support. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jeremiah Roses, and I've been in the Gateway program for 3 years now. It's crazy how time flies. The Mount to me means a safe place where students can gather and pursue their studies with more freedom and less drama. My first year transitioning into the school, not knowing what to expect, I felt very welcomed and at peace. Over time, the Mount helped me overcome many obstacles. One of the biggest ones were how to cope and work around my learning disabilities. I learned what it means to be a college student by learning to accept responsibility, to respect others, and take life more serious. And overall, become the man I am today. This wouldn't be possible without my peers and my family and faculty members, and I couldn't have done it without God. I also want to thank David for sticking with me through the thick and thin. So grateful for his life and encouraging me when no one else did. And thank you, Mount Wachusett, and thank you, Gateway to College, and thank you, Class of 2021.
My name is Lydia Rogers, and I'm a senior with the graduating class of 2021. My schooling experience is not one that I would have called ideal before I started the Gateway to College program. I missed a good portion of my education due to circumstances that were out of my control, but starting the college program gave me new opportunity that I previously hadn't received. Looking back to the first day, I sat in orientation with Tyler, Danae, Nicole, and so many others 2 years ago, and it's so hard to believe that we made it to our last day together. Walking up to this huge building with you all, confused at the different floors and the weird room numbers, was really a transition for me. It was no longer a burden to work for my education, but something I had finally wanted to pursue for myself. Though Gateway has been more of a struggle than high school ever was for me, it gave me new insight into my future, which was something I had never had before. I'm beyond thankful to both my parents, Ms. Gunn, and my math teacher, Nancy, for watching me grow through my semesters in the college and giving me the resources I needed to succeed. Without Gateway to College and these people, I truly don't believe I would be graduating today with my diploma, let alone my associate degree. Congratulations to the class of 2021. We finally finished.
My name is Marcelin Kwamboka Muma. I want to thank God for helping me get to where I am and where I'm going. I want to thank Mount Wachusett for having such an amazing program for students to excel. Also to Julie, Crystal, and Tina from Fitchburg State Upper Bound for helping me find the opportunity to join in Gateway to College program and also being my academic support as well. My professors and my advisor Sharmise, because this year wasn't easy for me, but they continued to encourage me. To Anthony, Edwin, Lamech, Helen, Nonkwara, and Akeem for motivating me when I was in doubt. My parents, especially my mom, Teresa, for being my biggest support. To my family here and to my family back home in Kenya, I want to send my love and our accomplishment because it takes a village. To my late grandmother, Saravina Kemuma, this is for you. To the class of 2021, we made it to graduation even with all the struggles we had to face with this pandemic. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, everyone. Graduates, parents, faculty, and administrators, partners, and friends, welcome. My name is David Thibault Munoz, and I am one of the academic counselors for the Gateway to College program. I am very happy that all of you were able to be here today to share in the celebration of the accomplishments and unique qualities of the 32 fine members of this graduating class. In particular, I wanted to paint a picture for you all around just who the 14 graduates from my particular cohort are, and express to you how very proud I am of each and every one of them. I have had the distinct opportunity of getting to know these 14 students and to see them grow from younger, not-so-confident teenagers to the mature, confident young adults that you see before you today. Many of my graduates are naturally hardworking and conscientious, and a number of them have struggled to overcome a multitude of obstacles put in their way. But all of them are here before you today, walking in the 2021 graduation. I'm so proud to say that at least 9 of this year's Gateway to College graduates are simultaneously graduating with their associate's degree. Some will complete their degrees at the Mount next year, and nearly all of them will continue on to some form of higher education within the coming months. In a fast-changing world, the responsibility is upon us, all of us, more than it has ever been before, to continue learning and growing. Graduates, you're all headed off to further your education and to pursue your future careers. I'm so proud of all that you have been able to accomplish thus far in your lives, and even more proud of what you will do with your lives from here forth and into the future. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Good afternoon. My name is Jessica Connors, and I'm the Business Manager for the Division of Access and Transition at Mount Wachusett Community College. To the class of 2021, you did it! Congratulations! I know I speak for the entire division and college when I say that we are so proud of you, your hard work and persistence to get to this point. And a special thank you to Dan, Jeremiah, Lydia, and Mercelin for sharing your experiences and thoughts on the program with us. I would like to share a quick quote that I read a few days ago, and it is my wish for you, the class of 2021. Don't stay stuck between the expectations of who you should be and who you are. Be who you want to be. Live the life you dream of living. Set out on the path you create for yourself, not the one others make. If you should ever get lost along the way, look to the stars, take a deep breath, and follow your heart. Now, I have the distinct honor of introducing this year's valedictorian, Thomas Kogernak. Tom is a resident of Princeton and former student at St. Peter Marian in Worcester. He joined Gateway to College in the fall of 2020, has maintained a 4.0 GPA, and accumulated 35 credits towards an associate's degree during his time with the program. In the year that Tom has been with us, he has shown himself to be incredibly reliant and persistent. He knows what he wants and goes after it with a clear vision. He has a level of maturity that will serve him well in his future and is someone who holds his personal values very close to his heart. Tom is currently employed with the Sterling DPW and was active in the Fitchburg Abolitionist Park project. He plans to continue his education here at MWCC and has enrolled in the graphic design program in pursuit of that goal. I am pleased to introduce to you our 2021 Gateway to College valedictorian, Tom Kogernak.
Hello everyone, my name is Tom Kokernak, and it is my honor to represent the Gateway to College graduating class of 2021 as your valedictorian. This is something that I never would have guessed I could achieve. I am still quite frankly speechless that my high school career has ended with such a wonderful milestone. These past 4 years have been a complete roller coaster, something that I am sure we all have in common. We were subject to drastic change during our time in high school, whether it be growing up and becoming independent, the realization that our education is in fact very important, or a nationwide pandemic that has completely ravaged life as we knew it. I just want to start off by congratulating each and every one of my fellow peers on making it this far. It has been a tough ride, but all of you have persevered. Of course there were highs and there were lows, but at the end of the day, you all made it. To say that high school was challenging is an understatement, but there is no doubt that it has instilled in us the hope for a brighter future. My most important takeaway from my time in high school would be that each and every one of us controls our own future. This transcends the classroom and applies to all aspects of our lives. During my junior year of high school, I came to a crossroads in my life. At the time, I was on the varsity baseball team and I was getting burnt out very quickly, not due to disinterest in the sport, but because I knew that it was not my future. Due to the intensive schedule, I had no free time to get a job or figure out what my plans were after high school. I was faced with the most difficult choice of my entire life. Either I continue my passion for baseball and go blindly into my future, or leave the team and stand up for what I knew was right. The sole reason I'm able to deliver this speech to you all today is because I made the right decision. I put my head down and worked for my goal, which was to prove that I could achieve success through alternative means. Now that I've graduated, I regret absolutely nothing. I'm proud of my accomplishments, which proves that a hard work ethic is the key to success. If I could share one message with you, it would be that there's no shame in failure. In my case, I am not actually a very studious person. I dislike studying for exams, and I always have to force myself to do anything related to school. I've been this way for as long as I can remember. I've failed countless times in my life, inside and outside the classroom. However, I would not be where I am today if I continued to have this attitude. And remember, your entire future does not depend on your grades alone, but how you better yourself as a result of them. If you mess up, don't let it get you down. After all, you cannot learn without failing every once in a while. Thank you all for a wonderful senior year, even though it was mostly over a computer screen. I wish everyone the very best with their future endeavors. I would like to thank my mom, dad, sister, grandparents, and other family members for being there every step of the way. Thank you to my past and present teachers and mentors, as they have helped support me throughout this entire 4-year journey. Thank you to the Gateway to College program for allowing me to get a head start on college while still in high school. The program saved my family at least $7,000 for the college classes that I was able to take for free, including books, in the past 2 semesters that I was in the program. I would also like to give a special shout out to David, who has been extremely supportive and kind to me during my time in the Gateway to College program. I will leave you all with this inspirational quote from Stephen Hawking. And however difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. It matters that you don't just give up. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Fagan Foran, Assistant Dean for K-12 Partnerships and Civic Engagement here at the college. Today, it is my distinct honor to present these candidates for graduation to you. Graduates, today's ceremony represents the culmination of many days and nights' hard work and determination. This is a crossroad in your educational journey from high school to college, and you already have a head start on the next part of the journey. 10 of you are also college graduates as of last week, with associate's degrees or certificates, and many of you are well into your first and second year of college, continuing on here at the Mount or at other institutions. Some of you are headed into the military, and others to begin your career. Whatever your path, we are so honored to have been part of your story and wish you the very best of luck as you forge ahead to find what's next. Now, David and Charmise told me to make sure that we didn't talk a lot about the current situation in the world, but I do want to share one thing with you. Like some of your parents, I downloaded TikTok last March, partly out of boredom and partly to find out what my own teenagers are up to. But what I found has completely flipped my understanding of your generation on its head. First of all, you are much better dancers than the rest of us. Second, you have the world's knowledge at your fingertips, quite literally, and no longer need an education built on rote memorization, but rather one that helps you learn how to advocate for yourself, how to find truth, and how to solve wicked problems. I've also learned that no matter what your interest is, be it Dungeons and Dragons, Fortnite, Soul Awakening, reading FBI files, or exploring quantum physics, there's an entire community of people there across the world to share their tips and experiences, to learn together, and to celebrate successes together. Your generation is full of hope, but also grounded in a reality that the generations before you have created. One that is wrought with violence, racism, partial truths, and sometimes straight up villainy. And you're not having it. In fact, you're fully expecting the rest of us to either catch up to your understanding of the world and your expectations therein, or fade into obscurity. Whatever we do, just do not get in your way. I see you. I see you. And I pledge to you that I will continue to work with every fiber of my being to flip education on its head in a good way. I will work to ensure that students who follow behind you are able to have early college experiences that challenge them to think hard, to find root problems, and to be seriously sus of information and perspectives being shared. Working in higher education reinforces the knowledge that as unique individuals, all of us learn differently. However, there are common aspects that transcend human individuality. They are sacrifice, persistence, and patience. All of our graduates and your families have sacrificed, been persistent and patient with the academic process and the positive growth and maturity you've experienced. You have all earned this moment. Graduates, take a moment to thank your families and friends who helped you to get where you are today. Audience members, since this is a virtual ceremony, we encourage you to celebrate your graduate as their name is called. Make it loud. Make it a big deal. This is indeed a big deal. I now present to you, honored graduates, families, and esteemed guests, the Gateway to College Class of 2021.
Julian Briggs.
I just want to say thank you to Miss Gunn, David, my mom, and Nancy for pushing me to get here. Thank you, guys.
Paloma Burgraff. Associate's Degree Interdisciplinary Studies.
I want to thank all the Gateway staff, my family members, and my friends who have pushed me to do better. And I'm just so happy to be graduating.
Dalen Kodo.
I would love to thank Charmise for helping me get to this point.
Tyler Kuski. Daniel Patrick Doherty. Associate's Degree Interdisciplinary Studies.
Hi, I want to thank everybody who helped me along this way. I want to thank my dad, I want to thank my brother, and I want to thank all my peers. Thank you.
Madison Elizabeth Page Fanoff. Associate's Degree Interdisciplinary Studies. Phi Theta Kappa, Commonwealth Honors Program.
I just want to thank my mom and my dad and my sister and my boyfriend Sydney and just everyone in my life that has helped me get this far. Thank you.
Danae Denise Forrester. Associate's Degree Interdisciplinary Studies.
I just want to say thank you to all the faculty and friends who have supported me along my journey in the Gateway program.
Mordriana Gaudet Oxford.
Thank you everyone at Gateway, especially David, and thank you to my dad.
Veronica Gassano. Sean Thomas Harris.
I'd like to thank everybody who helped me along the way, and a special thanks to David and Charmise for giving me the opportunity to be in this program.
Camden Carol Hebert. Alex Hertz. Tyrion Hobbs. Nicole Marie Jodis. Associate's Degree Interdisciplinary Studies. Phi Theta Kappa, Commonwealth Honors Program. Joshua Jacob Johnson. Jonathan Ryan Keats.
I want to give a big thank you to my parents and my teachers and everyone else who pushed me to get this done. I did it.
Miranda Lynn King. Associate's Degree Interdisciplinary Studies. Tom Kokernak. Class of 2021 Valedictorian. Olivia Mack. Mercelin Kwamboka Moma. Trio Upward Bound. Lauren Ashley Murphy. Trio Upward Bound Math and Science.
I just want to thank my friends and family for being there for me throughout this whole experience, and Gateway for being a great support for me.
Erin O'Connor. Sydney Elizabeth Ostberg. Clara Pavlovsky.
Thank you to my mom, my family, the staff, and myself.
Angelina Beverly Richards. Elena Nicole Rodriguez. Associate's Degree Interdisciplinary Studies. Jasmine Rose Rodriguez. Associate's Degree Interdisciplinary Studies. Trio Upward Bound Math and Science. Lydia Alice Rogers. Associate's Degree Interdisciplinary Studies.
Thank you to my mom, my dad, my teachers, and Miss Gunn for making me stick through and not letting me give up throughout the program.
Jeremiah Rosas. Associate's Degree Interdisciplinary Studies. Braden Spinazzola. Connor Bryant Valancourt.
Hey, Miss Gunn, you're the bomb.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, valued Gardner Public School partners, families, friends, and most of all, to our graduates. I'm Jim Vanderhoeven. I'm the president of Mount Wachusett Community College, and it is now my distinct honor to certify that these Gateway to College graduates have successfully completed the course of study prescribed by the Gardner Public Schools and Mount Wachusett Community College, and are entitled to these diplomas today, Friday, the 28th of May, 2021. Graduates, one final step needs to take place before you are officially considered a high school graduate, and this is the symbolic switching of the tassels. You may proceed and switch your tassels from the right to the left. To our early college academy students graduating from Gardner, Fitchburg, and Leominster in the next couple of weeks, we applaud the incredible leap that you have taken and hope that you will continue on the path that you have already begun to forge in higher education. We wish for all of you the very best of luck and are proud to have been part of your story over the past couple of years. You have demonstrated something to me. By your success, you have demonstrated your ability to overcome all of the obstacles that have been put in your way. And these have not been typical obstacles. Our COVID-19 barriers have seemed overwhelming at times. Okay, most of the time. But you persisted, and you succeeded. Please remember this as you move forward in your lives. Obstacles and setbacks will inevitably happen. All you need to do is remember this experience and know that you can accomplish your goals no matter what comes up in front of you. Again, I am so proud of you and your accomplishments, and I look forward to hearing about your great successes that you have ahead. Congratulations and thank you.
Hey there! Welcome to Gateway. Gateway to College is a dual enrollment opportunity for students to experience a new path of education. Here at Gateway, they provide their students with a supportive learning environment, dedicated staff, tutoring, personalized schedules, and help you prepare for your path. Gateway is more than just college. Gateway is a path to our career choice, new connections, dreams, and a brighter future.
After just my first semester in Gateway, I feel much more motivated, confident, and independent than before. And I'm excited to get my high school diploma and continue to college.